right, it is 4:03. We'll call to order the Fire Police Commission regular meeting. We'll start with the roll call. Chairman Hoffman,
Here.
Commissioner Fiorito,
Here.
and then Commissioner Reedman is absent with prior notice today. Others in the audience?
Chief Derman.
Regan Coulter.
And then Assistant to the Administrator Austin is here as well. We'll move on to item 2, approval of minutes. Today is the April 29th, 2026 Fire and Police Commission regular meeting minutes. Does someone want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
And I will second.
All right, quick roll call. Chairman Hoffman,
Aye.
Commissioner Fiorito.
Aye.
All right. Item 3, closed session, none today, correct?
Correct.
All right, so no return to open session. We'll move on to item 5. Any new business?
No new business.
Any old business today?
No old business.
All right, we'll move on to item 7, departmental updates / correspondence.
Yes, plenty of those. I'd like to start by giving you all an update. We had a fatal hit and run on Palatine Frontage Road near the airport. This was, we haven't met in about 2 months, so this is a little bit old. However, Detective Sergeant O'Connor, along with Detective Zitkus and many other of our patrol officers, have worked really hard to develop very good leads, investigative leads, develop good evidence. MCAT was called out to the scene and recovered very good evidence. This case is being reviewed by the Assistant State's Attorney's Office, and Detective Sergeant O'Connor relayed that he anticipates an update on the case earlier next month, July. I can't believe it's already July. But the case, we have not formally charged anyone yet, but we do have very good leads on the case. May 16, during our annual city shredding event, I'd like to highlight 3 city volunteers and employees. So every year we host an annual shredding event where residents are able to come in and shred their personal documents, something that the city offers. During this event, there was an individual that pulled into the Metro parking lot where the event is held and was experiencing a narcotic overdose, most likely an overdose. Our volunteers, Barb and Marcia, jumped to action right away, encountered the vehicle and the individual, started assisting with the help of Joe Casada from Public Works. They were able to keep the individual calm and provide help, call first responders, call 911. Officers and paramedics arrived on scene and assisted the individual. So I just want to give them kudos and a shout out for a job well done, being that they're all civilians.
Is this a person who pulled in to jump out?
No, the person that pulled in, they felt they were unfit to drive.
Oh, okay.
They saw the big open parking lot and pulled in there, and Barb, Marcia, and Joe approached the individual and started investigating and saw the individual was in need of help, and that's what they did. As you all are aware, the residents maybe not so, Tyler Farina has been promoted to sergeant. Congratulations to Sergeant Tyler Farina on this promotion to the rank of sergeant. His promotion is a true reflection of years of dedication, leadership, professionalism, and just commitment to the police department. He's served in many capacities and continues to do so in important capacities such as the field training officer and gang intelligence team member, amongst many others. We are very confident that Sergeant Farina is going to be an asset to our administration and the police department as a sergeant. He has acted in a supervisory role for several years now, 2 to 3 years, as he has been a corporal and officer in charge, and has been in charge of a shift in the absence of the sergeant. So it was a very smooth transaction into the role of sergeant. I'd like to highlight a very fun event that the PD participated in, which was the Betsy Ross School Tug of War event. It is an annual event that Betsy Ross School puts on. They invited the Prospect Heights Police Department, and we had a very good group of individuals show up, and let me just say, we beat the teachers. We beat the teachers.
heard what he said.
We did lose to the second
Right.
graders.
No way.
There was about 40 of them.
Right, well, yeah.
We did not beat them, but a very fun event. Shout out to Betsy Ross for putting it on. I did make a suggestion to invite the FD, the fire district, next year, so we can really challenge them and see who the
Oh, yeah.
winner is. So let's see what happens next year. Burglaries to gaming machine establishments. This is something that has plagued the Midwest as far as I'm aware. On a weekly basis, we will get alerts from surrounding municipalities that crews, burglary crews, they come out in a vehicle that's not licensed. It does not have license plates displayed, and when it does, the vehicle is stolen. And they target establishments that have gaming machines inside of them. And we have fallen victim to these burglaries. We have attacked it in a couple different ways. We've identified we've identified a period of time in when the burglaries are happening, and we have directed patrol officers and set up directed patrols at all of our establishments that have gaming machines during that time window. Now, that is only when call for service volume permits. If officers are available and are not responding to calls, their primary responsibility during that window is to patrol those establishments, utilize emergency lights in a cruise mode, non-flashing, so the lights are on, the red and blues are on, but they're not flashing. Utilize floodlights, which are very strong white lights, and essentially provide as much deterrence, visible deterrence as possible for the burglary crews. In my opinion, it has worked. We have seen a decrease in these burglaries. I have worked with city staff, particularly the two individuals to our right, Lloyd and Regan, to draft a memorandum and notify all of the these establishments owners to suggest the installation of metal roll-down window and door shutters, which I have seen, the police department has seen to be a very good deterrent in these crimes. They're not able to break into the windows. These burglaries occur early morning hours, and they last 30 seconds to 2 minutes. These crews are in and out, they're masked, they wear masks, they wear gloves, so there's not much DNA evidence left behind, if any. They target the gaming machines, they use sledgehammers and crowbars, break the windows of the establishment, gain entry, hit the machines with the hammers, and remove the deposit boxes, and they leave with the deposit boxes. That is the method they're utilizing. We will see what the establishments come back with. I know of one establishment that is already installing this, or at least they submitted permitting. For anyone watching this, please reach out to the city building department and inquire what permitting is required for the installation of these deterrent products. We previously, moving on, we previously used to contract with the Cook County Treatment Response Team. A couple years ago, an individual that I worked in the DA with, who was a Cook County deputy, sheriff deputy, came out and said, we're starting this new program. And what the program is, it's an additional service provided to our residents, specifically victims of domestic-related cases. It also is a tool for our officers to utilize in the field when needing to contact a social worker via Zoom or FaceTime to provide the victim with some communication that officers might not be able to provide, or when our social worker is not available. We utilize them for the past 2 years. Recently, Deputy Chief Pufan and social worker Rosangela Maldonado came to me and said that they have researched a new organization called the Kenneth Young Center, who provide a very similar service. They have an area in, don't quote me on this, in Mount Prospect or Arlington Heights called the Living Room, where they can provide temporary housing to victims or people in need. And so we have signed on with the Kenneth Young Center, and we have ended our contract with the Cook County Treatment Response Team. Once again, allowing for more services to victims of domestic-related cases, our residents, and giving more tools to our officers in the field to utilize. Since signing on with the Kenneth Young Center, they came out, they held trainings at our roll calls, and we have utilized them 3 to 4 times already, and it's only been 2 months since we've had them. So a very good service and a very good tool to have. As you all are aware, end of this year, our current sergeant promotional list is expiring. I do not anticipate promoting anybody off this current list. However, there are a couple officers left on that list. I don't foresee any promotions happening. And with that being said, we have launched the process of a new sergeant promotional exam, which will be occurring later this year. The police department, along with a testing center, will facilitate the exam, the oral interview, and the merit board assessment center. That is to happen in the fall of this year, and the new list will be coming out in January of 2027. The changes that I foresee from that list or updates would be the assignment of new corporals. So currently, we have 1 corporal and we have OICs, officers in charge. Those are appointed by the chief. They are not a tested position. They are temporary supervisors. Corporals are pulled off of the sergeant list. So people that are eligible to take the sergeant's exam, they place on the list, and then from that list is where we pull corporals, and that is an appointed position. Flock success story. I'd like to share a success story with you that we utilize Flock. A couple weeks ago, an investigation came through involving criminal sex assault. Detective Zitkus was assigned as the primary investigator, and the investigation revealed that an uncle had sexually assaulted and abused his niece from the time she was 12 to the time she was 15. A very disturbing case, to say the least. Investigations immediately started following up on the case, investigating it, developed very good leads. We obviously knew who the individual, who the suspect was initially, right off the start of the case. Detective Zitkus and Sergeant O'Connor worked closely with the Assistant State's Attorney's Office, and shortly after, they developed probable cause to take the individual into custody for questioning. They utilized Flock in this instance by inputting his license plate into the Flock and alerting that the license plate was associated with this investigation. There was probable cause to take this individual into custody. That was done in the morning, and in the evening, Officer Tebow, who I want to give a shout out as well, knew of this individual and that he was wanted for investigation, was in the area that we knew this individual frequents. Flock alerted to this vehicle as the individual came into the east side of our town. Officer Tebow was in the area, moved to that area where Flock alerted the individual. His vehicle was stopped and he was taken into custody. As a result, the investigation continued and the individual was charged with the felony offense of attempt criminal sexual assault, and more charges are to follow as the ASA reviews this case. A very sad case, a very disturbing case, and just wanted to share how Flock is being utilized and the tools it provides us in these investigations.
It needs good PR. Flock, it does.
Yes.
It's getting,
Yeah.
getting dragged through the mud right now,
Yeah.
and it's, for understandable reasons, but I do like that the benefits are there.
Yeah.
If they're used the way they say they're
They're
going to be.
supposed to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they have done a good job of prioritizing the way their platform is set up to make sure that audits are done, and there is a very good trail of what it's being used for, how it's being used, the individual that's using it, and the reason for the investigation. And so it's very descriptive, and it holds the user accountable for the use of the system. New hire staffing status. Where we are currently, we are near full staff. So this year, I was fortunate enough to have the city council have the blessing of the mayor and the city administrator to approve the addition of 1 full-time police officer. which would take us from 23 to 24. Initially, that position will be utilized as a power car to aid all 4 patrol shifts. My goal is to hire another 3 additional police officers, and that would bolster our patrol division by 4 more, adding 1 to each shift. We're now at 23, and we're in the process of hiring the 24th. The commissioners, you interviewed somebody yesterday. We have a large number of individuals in field training. We have two gentlemen graduating the Illinois State Police Academy this Friday. If you happen to be at Rock the Runway, you will see them there. That's going to be the first event they work, and they're going to start field training program immediately next week, which it lasts 3 to 4 months, and then they will be on their own. We're moving along with the other recruits that are in training, and I anticipate, God willing, later in the fall of this year, we will be back on our feet and everybody will be trained up and on their own. Events that we participated in since the last meeting we've had, Coffee with the PHPD at Rob Roy. This is second or third time we've put this event on. It's a community event open to the public. We partnered with Rob Roy to come out to their clubhouse, meet with residents, tell them about the police department, but more importantly, tell them about crimes that we've been seeing, ways to limit the possibility of being a victim to those crimes, various stats from the police department over the year, and just a nice evening to talk with the police department, ask us questions, find out about us. Very successful event. We had a large number of residents come out. This is open to all Prospect Heights residents. This was back in May. We will be doing this again next year, and so be on the lookout for that. The Prospect Heights Community Day was wrapped up this past Saturday. Very successful event. We saw a much larger presence due to the city's anniversary and the Park District's anniversary, but it was a very, very successful event. The Illinois Special Olympics Torch Run, once again, we participated in that event, an event that raises funds for the Illinois Special Olympics. The Prospect Heights Block Party was wrapped up on June 20th, another very successful event. And this Saturday, regarding upcoming events, is Run and Rock the Runway, which is at the Chicago Executive Airport. We have a summer full of outreach events, starting out with the Harper College and the Prospect Heights Park District Pool, June 8th. June 14th is a visit to Camp Duncan. June 31st is a visit to Lincoln Park Zoo, and August 1st is the Chicago Fire Game. This is, to me, the most exciting one, the Chicago Fire Game. If you're a fan of football, soccer, this is a very nice one. All of these outreach events are trips that we, the police department, along with our police volunteers, take the youth, mainly from the east side, that are not so privileged to attend these locations. We take them on a field trip. They get to interact with the police department staff in a non-official capacity, and we get to have a good time. National Night Out is scheduled for August 4th, and lastly, the Back to School Backpack Giveaway event is scheduled for August 5th. So be on the lookout for those events. That is all I have.
You did a lot.
I did. It's been since April 29th. 2 full months.
All right, we'll move on to item 8, public comment. Seeing none, we will
After
move
all
on
that,
to
nothing.
move on to item 9. Our next meeting, next regular meeting of the Fire Police Commission is scheduled for Wednesday, July 29th, 4 o'clock.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
We'll go ahead and keep that. And we'll move on to item 10, adjournment. It is 4:22. Does someone want to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
In a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.